Very happy morning, students. So today we are ready with one new chapter and we are going to discuss one chapter of maths of standard 6. This is fractions. The name of the chapter is fractions. So we are going to deal with this chapter. First of all, in the first video we are going to discuss what is exactly a fractions, what are the different terms which we are using in this one, and we will first of all start with a small picture here. Okay, let me first draw one for you. Right now I have drawn one rectangle in front of you. As you can see here, this is a complete rectangle, proper one rectangle you can see right here. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to divide it into two equal parts. One is this part, one is this part. Now here, if somebody will ask, how much is this part? So here, how we are going to represent this one? So before going to this, let me tell you one thing. Fraction is nothing but part of a whole. That means a whole thing is given and from there we have to take one part. So fraction is part of a whole. The whole thing is there. So as you can see here, first of all a complete rectangle is there and from there I had taken one part of the whole part. So first of all what we have to see, how many parts are there in this picture. So 1 and 2. So the whole figure is divided into two parts and from that part I am taking one part. So one part out of two. One part out of two parts. So this is what I have done. I have represented it in form of fraction. As I told you in the beginning, fraction is actually part of a whole. The whole thing is there and from there we are taking one part. So this is what we are calling fraction. From whole, the whole thing can be divided into a number of parts. It depends on the question, what type of question we are dealing. Right now here we have divided the rectangle into two parts. More divisions can be possible. For example, we can divide this one into 6 parts. Let's see. Now, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole rectangle is now divided into 6 parts, right? And from that 6 parts, 3 parts you can see are shaded. So, total number of parts is 6 now. Whatever will be the total number of parts, that we will write it down. And how many parts we are taking, that part we will write in the up. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3 parts we are taking. So this 3 we will write up. Okay, so it is 3 by 6. So this is what we are doing. This one we are representing the information in form of fraction. Fraction is a part of whole. So from the whole part, how much part is taken? 3 by 6 part is being taken. Here earlier the figure was divided into 2. So from there 1 by 2 part is being taken. So this is what we are doing here. Now we have to also understand the terms here. The term which is written at the top, this one is known as numerator. Numerator. Okay, this one is known as numerator. And number which is written at down, this is known as denominator. Okay, so this one is numerator and this is denominator. Right now you can see in the first question, 1 is the numerator and 2 is the denominator. So actually fraction is a combination of numerator and denominator. Okay, so this is one of the basic concept we got here. And one more thing we have seen in this question. Earlier when figure was divided into 2, this part was one part. So 1 by 2 it was showing. But now when the figure is divided into, the same part is there. But more division, with more division. So here it is now 3 parts. So you can see that shaded part is not changing. The area of the shaded part is not changing. Earlier it was 1 by 2. But now when the number of divisions increased, it is now 3 by 6. So here we have also got the concept of equivalent fractions. Means the fractions which are having equal value, means 1 by 2 is equals to 3 by 6. I can show you with some more information, like, look here. If I am writing 3 by 6, okay. Now see, this is a kind of division only. 3 and 6 both can be divided by 3 because 3 is the highest common factor. Okay, 3 and 6 both can be cancelled by 3. 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. See here, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So 3 by 6 is equals to 1 by 2, and this is what it has been done here also. So through this concept also we have came to know what is equivalent. Those fractions which are having equal value. 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 6, or you can say 3 by 6 is equals to 1 by 2. So basically in this video we are discussing what is fraction, what are the terms, denominators and numerators, as well as we have also seen that how to find out the whether the number is equivalent to other or not. We can go in more calculations, like for example, if somebody will say find out the equivalent fraction of 4 by 5, any one equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. What we can do, there are two ways of finding out the equivalent fractions. Okay, two ways. What we can do, either we can divide by the same number both numerator and denominator, as we have done in the earlier question, as what we have done. 3 by 6 is equals to 1 by 2 we have found, because both can be cancelled by 3 or both can be divided by 3. So division is one of the process through which we can find out the equivalent fraction if cancellation is possible. It is not possible in all the criteria. As you can see in this question, here we can't do any cancellation because 4 and 5 there is only one which can cancel these two, and we will get the same result. So what is the benefit of cancelling it? So 4 by 5 is not, it cannot be reduced to a smaller number. So how can we find in this case? We can multiply. Earlier only I told you, now there are two ways. Either we can multiply or we can divide. Both options are there. So what we can do? We can multiply now. So one more very important thing we have to keep in mind, that we have to multiply or divide by the same number with both numerator and denominator. We cannot use different numbers. It's not possible that I will divide 4 by 2 and I will divide 5 by 3. It will be completely wrong. Whenever we are multiplying or whenever we are dividing, it is very much important that both should be done with the same number. So what we can do, instead of 1, we are multiplying with 2, because if we will multiply with 1, we will get the same number. So we are multiplying by 2. So we got 8 by 10. So we can say that 4 by 5 is equals to 8 by 10, or the equivalent fraction of 4 by 5 is 8 by 10. So with the help of multiplication or with the help of division, we can find out the equivalent fraction. Suppose the question comes, write any two equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. Write any two equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. So one we have seen 8 by 10. Suppose we have to find out one more. So what we will do here? Simple thing. We will multiply with any other digit. Earlier we were multiplying with 2. Next we will multiply by 3. You can multiply with any number. It will be up to you. So 4 into 3 is 12 and 5 into 3 is 15. So you see, we have got two equivalent fractions as it has been asked in the question. So we can write here the equivalent fractions of 4 by 5 are 8 by 10 and 12 by 15. So we can find out the equivalent fraction in this way. Okay. So in this video we have discussed what is fraction, how we can represent it by the shading of the areas, what are the terms like numerator and denominator means in fractions, and how to find out the equivalent fraction. Okay. So through this way you can understand the term fraction and you can also find find out the equivalent fraction of any of the given number. Hope so things are clear to you and you can solve other questions also. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.